Hi, this is Shannon with Chic and Sassy Nails by Shannon. We are doing our Bingo Manny inspired by favorite flavor of ice cream. So we are using Mojave Gold and Pocket Watch and brownie points. So, well, let me grab my little waste basket. And we're doing some slanted tips. These are not going to be able to be stay on too long because I have some nail fee homework. But I do have a layer of nail teaks 2, Formula 2, and ridge filler, the Color Street ridge filler. So I'm trying to do a little bit different of a look than I normally do. And I'm not used to cutting abnormal shapes, so we'll see what happens with this. I want them each to be a little different, and so we're going to do this sort of thing. All right. And all right, hold on. I can't get these apart. They stuck. I did notice my gold, Mojave Gold was super sticky. Or, well, and it was kind of old, so it wasn't super sticky. I put it under the heat. So we're going to do like that. Okay, so, and then we'll discuss my favorite ice cream, because this one was hard for me because apparently I like a lot of ice cream and they're all my favorite. But I have multiple favorites, but the one I went with is called Chocolate Gold. So if you're not in Stacy's Sassy Crew on Facebook, and she is Stacy's Sassy Styles on YouTube here. She does she's not a stylist, she's one of my friends, and has a group, and she does a fun nail bingo, where she gives us different like challenges. So I am gonna do this one, and I'm gonna go across here like this. And then, like I said, with the Mojave Gold first. So, okay, my ice cream is a favorite at a local ice cream shop here in Plymouth called Honey and Mackie's. We haven't gone there as much recently. We used to go when it originally opened, and I knew the owner, and they have since sold, but it is still good. We just haven't gone as much as the kids got older. So, but the Chocolate Gold is a chocolate ice cream base, and then it has caramel mixed in and Heath bar like chunks, and it is so good because, well, if you like Heath, it's really good. And it's one of the regulars. I'm pretty sure they have it most of the time. Ice cream's all made in-house there, or at least it used to be. I think it still is. Then the other one from there that I specifically like, we're just gonna talk ice cream for a minute because now I'm on that kick, and I'm gonna have to go get ice cream sometime. So I'm putting Pocket Watch over this gold, Mojave Gold. Oh, I need my glasses. Sorry, hold on. Got to get my readers out to see if I can get it lined up close enough. Okay, so another flavor that I love of theirs specifically, but I don't know if they still have it because it's been, like I said, years. Well, maybe it hasn't been years. Well, maybe it has. I don't know the last time I've gone. I can't remember. But they used to have a flavor also called Lemon Drop, which was super good. It's lemon ice cream with chunks of broken up lemon heads, the candy. So it was really good though too, because that's really refreshing, like in the summer. So that one they might only have in the summertime, but we haven't been there lately. They also have fries. I don't know if they have anything else now. Maybe hot dogs. Like I said, it's been a bit. Tia and her boyfriend stopped recently, but I did not ask what they got. Okay. So I am going for a chocolate caramel Heath flavored kind of inspired look. So we are gonna do, like I said, different on each nail because I'm freehanding the cutting, and that will just make it whatever it is, because why not, you know? I'm gonna go like more than halfway down on that one. All right. Non-honey and Mackie ice cream. We have Ben and Jerry's, which is, oh no, Sebastian Joe's, which is in Minneapolis, several locations. They have the best, I think it's theirs, the best raspberry chocolate chip. That one's one of my favorites. Store-bought, I love a good Haagen-Dazs strawberry. See, I have like many favorites. But yeah, so anyway, I had a hard time deciding. But chocolate gold, I think, is a winner. So if you are from Minnesota and you have not been to Honey and Mackie in Plymouth, they have good ice cream. I do recommend them. And if you go, you should call and I can meet you there. Message me. All right, you could call me too or text me too, but okay. So we're just gonna freehand these and do our best, and hopefully can get them to line up cute and stuff like. So I'm gonna do 3 fingers of what's this called? Pocket watch and 1 brownie point. And sadly, I'm not gonna be able to keep these on super long, so we'll see. I should have switched and done Peely base, but I did not, and I already have my ridge filler, so I would have had to take it off. At least that's my understanding. I can't use Peely base if there's already a base coat down, correct? I would think that wouldn't work as well, because yeah, so I don't know. That's my understanding of it, that it has to be on bare nails. But maybe I'm wrong, actually. I don't know. Let me know. I'm kind of loving the different finger thing going on here. Okay, so now I'm going to do my 2 glittery ones. And of course, I didn't grab the exact same strips. So they don't quite match, but that's okay. I think these are all okay. I'm going to hit them under a little heat while I wait, or while I do these, while they are waiting. All right, so I'm lining them up the same, and I'm just going to do kind of I'm trying to do like gentle waves, like curvy waves, but it is hard because I'm cutting through double layers, like 2 strips at once, but that would be easiest. If you had a big punch like this, that would be great too, or a scissors, but I don't have a scissors that looks like a big wave. So we're gonna switch it up. Oh wait, yeah, we're gonna just do this side here instead of the other side. So they're going to be kind of opposites. But I'm going to keep the gold on bottom because it's pretty sheer. And I think it'll just get lost. So it's a little sticky. Okay, so I shouldn't have this under the heat anymore. My air is running, so maybe it'll cool these off. These were quite old and stuck together in the pack, so I guess I could have figured that. we're gonna do a big swoop. And I guess we're gonna do it right here because that's where it landed. There's definitely no right or wrong to this, so this one's kind of easy. Or maybe not as putsy, finicky, picky, whatever you want to call it. All right. I feel very studious with my reading glasses on, I have to tell you. Especially because they keep sliding down my nose. Because I always have trouble with, it's one of the reasons I don't wear glasses, is I have a very small bridge of my nose. Now in honor of this, I'm going to have to go get some ice cream. So, chocolate gold. I don't believe it's a flavor that I like other places have at all. But I love chocolate caramel. I love Heath. But I also love like the fruity like raspberry chocolate chip. I love strawberry. I like a good mint chocolate chip. You know what I don't like though that is popular and like everybody in my family likes it is cookie dough. And it's because I don't like eating raw cookie dough. And the reason I figured out the reason why, and I think it's a texture thing because raw cookie dough always has like the gritty sugar in it. Like it's a little bit crunchy sugar pieces. Does that make sense? It reminds me of the dentist toothpaste that you know how they dip the little round head in like a little toothpaste containery thing. I don't know if I hope like that's like something that's universal across. I've been to many dentists and I feel like they all did it. But it has like the grittiest toothpaste on those little spinny toothbrush thing that the dentist cleans your teeth with. And I know it's for like texture, like it like cleans it better, like the abrasion or whatever, but I hate that texture. And I hate when you bite and it's like crunchy. Ugh, it like creeps me out. And I think that cookie dough does that because I feel like it has that raw sugar. I don't know. I guess I don't eat raw sugar ever on things. It's like crunchy. Like I bake it into stuff, but yeah. So I'd much rather have a warm, full cookie than cookie dough. And I've tried it multiple times because my family actually buys, you could get like edible cookie dough, little things in the freezer section at Target. So that's like a grit. Like I feel like there's sand in your teeth, you know? That is just a me thing, I'm pretty sure. So don't mind me about that one. I did not trim this enough. So we are in the midst of shower fixing, and Koi has been redoing the whole shower. Okay, not redoing the whole shower. So Joe has been supervising and helping when needed, but Koi has been doing most of the work, and they had to take down the old tile in our old original 1980s bathtub shower combo, and then they had to tear down and take down the rotting drywall and then rehang new drywall. And then just this weekend they installed the like those inserts, you know, like shower insert thing, like the big white panels, just to keep it just because we needed a band-aid so we can use the shower. It's gonna be eventually we'll want to remodel that whole bathroom, but just don't have the money right now, so it is a fix. But Koi and Joe have been doing it all. They redid they replaced, like Koi learned to not weld but solder plumbing together to do um, a new shower head and faucet and whatever the knob part is called. What is it? Is it just called the knob that turns the water on in the shower? I don't know. And then, yeah, so they've been doing good. It's like, it's just been slow because they're only working on weekends and sometimes not both days. So I think it's only one day left of caulking. And then we have to get the tub is a disaster, so I hope it comes clean. We didn't like replace the tub or anything. And then, oh, we needed to like sand the drywall, the new drywall, and pick paint, and then we have to paint that bathroom, but we can at least use the shower before that all gets done. And then, oh, so they were doing that all weekend. Oh, but in the morning on Saturday, I took the kids and we went to what's called Thrift Con, and it is a big like gathering, like a Comic-Con type event with, well, not that big, but similar, something similar to that. And they have there was supposedly it was 100 plus vendors there, but you had to pay to get in, which was the biggest negative, and I had to pay for parking because it was downtown Minneapolis, so it cost me quite a bit to get in. But then I had the kids had their own money and they had to spend their own money at the actual like buying stuff. But it was fun to see, but I think in the future we would definitely save money by just going thrift shopping in Minneapolis. We like to, the kids like kind of the like vintage, trendy stuff that what we find in Minneapolis more so than just typical local thrift shops. But we look there too, so they were looking for unique things. It was a lot of like, yeah, so they found stuff. They both found some stuff, and there was a whole section there that they give you this big, like almost like the size of a potato sack, and then you fill it up, and then it's that whole section is just like 6 tables dumped, and then I'm trying to decide if I should like mix it up, but I don't think I'm going to. Sorry, I'm trying to place this as I talk. It had like 6 tables, like with just items, and some of like they were, varying degrees of used, and some had like little holes and some had stains, and you just had to like weed through. And then it was $10 a pound, so which kind of added up, especially if you found there were some like jackets and stuff, and those weighed quite a bit, so you could like go over and weigh and then like take stuff off. But that was just kind of fun. And then some of the stuff was expensive, but most or a lot of like vendors had like $10 racks or $5 racks or $20 racks, so you could keep not but then some of it, of course, like one of the things I found that I really liked was like $300 because it was like some vintage Carhartt jacket. It was really cute, but I ended up getting like a $10 t-shirt, and like that's it, so for myself. But like I said, the kids each found some unique things, not stuff like I mean like stuff like very retro, like 80s, and lots of windbreakers, like those like dad sweaters from the 80s. I swear I found a vintage Gerbeau, vintage from like when I was in high school, vintage, which she informed me that if it's 20 years old, it's vintage, and I've been out of high school for 30 years. Anyway, wasn't that nice of her to tell me that? Yeah, so apparently I'm vintage collection, but The wait, is this the wrong one? No. How did I line that up wrong? What did I do? Because these are still stuck together. Oh, I like, whatever, it's good enough. This top, I swear I remember like my cousin wearing. It was like a long sleeve, big, bold, like teal and purple striped long sleeve shirt. It had gerbeau like across the back or front or something. And I swear I recognized it, but it was like, like 85 they would charge for that because it was brand name, vintage, whatever. So definitely would not pay that for that, but they had vinyl, they had jewelries and pins and like all sorts of stuff. So, but it was a like I'm glad we went. Got to check it out, and I don't think we would do it again. It is convenient because it's all in one spot versus like having to go to multiple thrift stores to get that kind of volume. But I think if you went like, and I didn't like, if I wasn't bringing like my two kids, it would have been better because I wouldn't have had to buy their tickets and stuff. So as like if you just went like with people you weren't having to pay for their tickets, that would be better. So anyway, that was our Saturday. Oh, and Tia's been dragging her feet on like buying stuff for college. She has to like pick out dorm stuff. So I dragged her to the Marshalls and Home Goods this weekend to look at bedding, and she did pick something. She's on the fourth floor of her dorm, like the top floor. It's only 4 floors, and I did hear that it gets quite hot on that level, and they do not have air in their dorms on campus because the buildings are old. And hopefully it won't be crazy hot when they start, or only for a couple weeks. So it's so iffy. They don't start till late because they're starting after Labor Day. So they don't start till whatever the beginning of September. So hopefully we will be out of the 90s and humid. But there's definitely the potential of it being 90s and humid. So we got to get fans and all sorts of stuff. But anyway, I did read there are like parent groups for the school. And I did read that the fourth floor of that hall gets hot, and even in the winter, they sometimes have their like windows open, and they like never had to use their heat. So I guess there's that. And then not like they pay for the heat though. So, but the yeah. So we gotta. She like can't make all the decisions because she has to decide what her roommate, and like they decided they don't care about matching bedding. So Tia did her own thing, and then they just have to decide like, are they gonna get like one big rug for the room, or get two smaller rugs on their own sides, or whatever, and then yeah, like that kind of stuff. So, but her school does an early move-in, so we're gonna do that. So I want her to get as much stuff figured out before that. So, all right, these are fun. I like them. And I'm kind of doing a pattern. Not really a pattern, but all right. So, oh, I'm tired today. Ugh. Oh yeah, so we had big storms come through the cities, Minneapolis, and sorry, I have to remember to hold this down better. We did not get hit bad. We got tons of rain, but we did not get hail or crazy wind like a lot of the other areas of the city did. And I guess supposedly tonight we're expecting more. So, although tonight sounds like it's going to be south and west of us, it's southwest Minnesota. and possibly central Minnesota. So depends on how it goes. Okay, so which way, if I did, I think I'm supposed to do these next. It probably doesn't matter much because it's kind of random. I thought this gold looked more caramely with the little bits of orange. Like it's a little warmer than like Chelsea later. I don't know though. Yeah, so today's storms possibly very severe, lots of wind, they said, high wind and possible hail, but the main warning right now at least is south of where I am. So we shall see where that hits. And it is starting, I've been starting to book some senior photography sessions for this coming up next couple weeks here, so I need to get back in that mode. Oh, and if you didn't see in my group, the fall collection I have shared, I've only shared thumbnails so far because I wanted to get through the overlay launch last week. And then, but it is awesome. So if you're ready for fall, I gotta get those videos made. But stylists were given the opportunity to purchase, well, they still can, a pre-launch bundle of the fall sets. So if you're watching and you're a stylist and you have not done that, I do highly recommend them. These sets are really good. I will be making nail fees to share soon this week. That's why these are not going to stay on very long. I was going to skip this, but I need to want to get, this, I had this idea and I wanted to get it done. So there's 10 new sets in the bundle, and that is the whole collection. And they are very fabulous fall colors. So I'm ready. This is very fall, which I didn't even realize I was doing. I'll have to do a summer one. I still have Summer Picnic and the bee one. I gotta get those done. I haven't thought of what I'm doing. Okay, so now that I was talking about all those ice cream flavors, I'm like, oh, I could have done more of like summery ice cream flavor colors, summery colors. Because I like strawberry and lemon, and those were been and mint. But this is probably like my favorite to eat. But the colors are fall, so whatever. I don't care. It hasn't stopped me before. Ooh, I did put new. I didn't take pictures. I did put new sets on my toes, and I did I think it's called Dusk Till Dawn. It has dawn in the name, and it's like a peach, but it's really cute. I didn't think I'd like it on my skin tone, and because of the glitter of it, I like it. And it reminds me a little bit of Singapore Chic. Now I gotta look up what the name of the set is, because I can't remember, and I forgot to take pictures. I got this like stuck. Okay. But oh, I do still have it out. No, I don't. That's the one I'm wearing now. Never mind. Thought I had it out. We'll look good after this. All right, let's get the thumb done. This one isn't going to take me too much longer. We're at a half-hour mark. Usually when I do tips, it probably takes about that. All right. Let's just do... kind of like when I move the scissors like that, it definitely kind of messes with the strips a little. But like I said, it's all right. Okay, let's get this done. Let's use this one because we're on a pattern thing. All right. Let me know too. Have you worn this gold? It's so pretty. This is Mojave Gold. This is pretty long since retired. I can't remember what it was part of off the top of my head. I'm gonna look up that Dawn set. I can't remember even what collection that was. So I did two different browns just because I had partials and I didn't have a full mani for one or the other, but I like mixing and matching my finishes a lot. Look how fun that. It's kind of like some of them kind of look drippy ice cream. I mean, not really like on purpose. I don't have the goo punch, the drippy goo punch that looks like slime dripping down. That would have been cute for ice cream. I'm just going with the colors of chocolate gold ice cream, which, like I said, is a local honey and Mackie ice cream flavor. There. So just a little sticky on the edges. These are all stuck to each other in the packet. They've been in there for so long, I think. And then, like I said, I'll have to go to get ice cream sometime. I also need to start eating better, so I probably shouldn't go for ice cream. I had the situation this weekend, which happens to a lot of us, is I went to put on a pair of shorts that I haven't worn pretty much all summer, and they are too tight. So it's like, oh dang, I know I haven't been, because I haven't been getting exercise, and I've been eating like not very good. But then I'm sitting here talking about ice cream, so that probably doesn't help. All right, I have to figure out something. I have not been watching what I've been eating, which is, I know that happens for a lot of us, so I need to get motivated, and me not being able to button my pants is probably something that should motivate me more than it probably does. Sigh. The lovely lack of metabolism as we get older, but whatever. Okay. I'm not super torn up about it. Okay, we have a new tips based on my favorite ice cream flavor, and we're talking about, it's called chocolate gold. So I used Pocket Watch, Brownie Points, and Mojave Gold. All right, you guys have a great day or night. Oh, I was gonna look up that set. Just a quick second. Let me see. Um, what is it called? It is called Dusk to Dawn. I was right. Yeah, it's cute. What do they call it? Punchy peach. So it is a peach glitter, and it reminds me of a little bit of Singapore chic. So, all right, you guys have a great day or night. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.